Dave, we're speaking after our win over Partizan, a really good result and a special European night.
It certainly was. It was everything we thought it would be. A real hostile environment, and to come away from home in Europe to this atmosphere and win 2-0 is an incredible result. But it's also just half time in the tie. Quick to remind the players that. But all in all, take a lot of confidence from tonight, and a lot of improvement to be done as well when you look at the second half display. But I think when you see the quality they've got, especially second half when they threw everything at us, it shows this tie is very much still alive. We know that, but it's all about resting, recovering, and moving on as quick as we can. Looking forward now to a league game against Killie in 3 days' time.
Yeah, you mentioned the hostile atmosphere here. How impressed were you again by the players' character, the way they stood up to that atmosphere?
Fantastic, and I think they'll learn a lot from that. I've played in some intimidating atmospheres already. When some of them have played at Celtic Park and Tynecastle, and they're the same. But when it's over in Europe, I thought the fans were loud, very, very loud, as you can hear probably for 90 minutes before the game. Added to that, the 350 Hib supporters that were very loud within the game as well, which is an incredible effort. It was a fantastic atmosphere to play in, and the players will take a lot from that as well. A lot of players maybe haven't experienced that in a European stage, so a lot of positives to take from that as well.
Yeah, the game turned really quickly for us. Obviously, Rocky Bashiri made an incredible block. They went down to 10 men seconds after, and then Martin Boyle helped us capitalise on it.
Exactly that. Big moments in the game. Rocky's block, as you've touched on, was a huge moment because you could have found yourself quite easily 1-0 down at that minute, and then to go straight to the pitch and then get down to 10 men for a second yellow card was obviously a huge moment in the game. I think the pleasing thing from us was to get the goal straight after that. You can maybe sometimes play against 10 men and they sit in, but we got the goal at a really good time, and in credit to Partizan because they really came at us second half, and we need to, we'll certainly have to improve in our second half performance because of the mindset of sometimes 10 men can be difficult because we then maybe went a wee bit safe and started to protect a little bit, rather than going and maybe trying to put the tie to bed. But I think 2-0 up away from home into this atmosphere with going back to Easter Road to a full house, I think it's, all in all, it's a fantastic night's work.
Yeah, I have to mention Martin Boyle obviously scoring his 101 Hibs goals. A really special evening for him.
It is. It's one he'll remember forever. Obviously, I think I've spoke a lot about Boyle and how important he is to the football club and has been for a long time. I'm delighted for him that he was on 99 for a wee while, so it's something that was probably playing in his mind a little bit. So to go and get 101 is a fantastic achievement, and he's constantly delivered for the club now for a long time, and I'm delighted for him for everything I've asked him to do. From last season, taking on that extra responsibility and the leadership that he's got, I think he's benefiting from that, and he's enjoying his football, and I think you can see that in the way he's playing, and I'm delighted for him on a personal level, but he also very infectious to the rest of the group as well, which is great.
Yeah, you mentioned the travelling Hibs fans, around 350 of them. Really special moment with them at the end of the game.
It was. It's been a right few special moments in the last wee while. Full credit to them. When you think the 350 that were here, I bet they were all in Denmark, I bet they were all at Dundee, and I expect them all to be at Easter Road on Sunday. So I think the support's been incredible. I'm constantly repeating myself about the support that we got. Heavily outnumbered tonight, but from start to finish they were there supporting the team again, and then at the very end they're enjoying it as well with us, which is really important. The players are really grateful for that, as am I, and it's all to look forward to in the second leg now as well.
Yeah, you mentioned Sunday, obviously Kilmarnock up next, and again a quick turnaround for you.
It is. It's everything we talked about. Even when you look at the Dundee game, the challenge that came with that, the quick turnaround, players need to rest, recover as quickly as you can. It certainly helps with a positive result and performance tonight. Your legs definitely don't feel as bad, and then it's all about the mentality. The players are fit, they're strong, they're ready for it. We've got a good squad, and we'll just have to see who and make sure everyone comes through the game. Obviously it's very early, so we'll need to make sure everybody gets rested and recovered, and go into the game, which will be a tough test at home, but one the players can all look forward to now.
Yeah, obviously flight back tonight. I suppose as soon as you get on the plane you'll be looking at this game, but also, like you say, switching over to Kilmarnock.
Yeah, there's no time to review this one straight away. That'll take care of itself after Sunday. My attention will quickly change towards Kilmarnock because of the challenge that they'll face, which are always very tough games, but as I've just said there, it's a really good game to look forward to. First league home game of the season, and our league form's been really good at home, and we want to continue that.
Fantastic, well done today.
Thank you, cheers.